Leni Riefenstahl.
Chabrol.
Ah, Chabrol, okay.
We know there is a important relation in your film with Les Uns des Autres of Claude Chabrol.
Well, what from Claude Chabrol?
Others' Blood.
Others Blood.
From Claude Chabrol.
Oh, Blood of Others. Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
Blood of
yeah,
Others.
Blood of Others. Yeah.
Suggested to watch.
Yeah.
Can
Can I
you
explain it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think about Claude Chabrol?
Oh, well, Claude Chabrol is not necessarily my favorite. All right. I like some of his the husband wants to kill the wife wants to kill the husband movies, that he did. I heard somebody make a joke about Claude Chabrol, that in a Claude Chabrol movie there'd be no divorce lawyers. You just murder your spouse, But the thing is, actually the Claude Chabrol movie that deals with, the war that I think is exquisite is The Story of Women with Isabelle Huppert, and that was lovely. And I actually, just even as far as the way he shot France, and that really stayed with me about, just always about her walking down back alleys and everything. But I watched The Blood of Others, which is not a very good movie. I think it's a Canadian TV movie that they did. It's not a very good film. But
you saw the TV version of the.
yeah, I saw it on video.
The long,
I saw it on
the
video.
long
Yeah. No, I didn't see how. It was only about 2 hours long, so I don't know. Maybe it was part of a miniseries cut
yes.
down.
Movie
Yes,
version.
yes.
There is a TV version, more longer.
Oh, okay, yeah. What came out on video was like the shortened version. I don't think it would have made much of a difference. It was kind of TV-ish. All right, but the thing about that movie, though, that was very interesting was I learned a lot from it as far as how to deal with Paris, because on one hand, they were actually filming Paris as it's going wrong at that time, at some time in the 80s, and they were just doing a lot of filming in front of, you could tell that they didn't, stop big giant streets and change that much, but they were filming around a lot of landmarks. But you could tell they were definitely in Paris. And then there's this small little scene, it's maybe, not even 20 seconds long. Jodie Foster meets Michael Octane in a cafe, and they talk for just 2 seconds and they leave. But the thing that struck me about that cafe, that bistro, was you just knew you were in Paris. It just felt like Paris. It felt right, it felt appropriate as far as the age was concerned, and I didn't need to be convinced, I just knew they were in Paris. And it just had that thing. And so anyway, I knew that most of my movie would be shot in Germany, and most of it would be shot on sound stages. And also, I wanted to get away. I didn't want the film to. I think everyone who makes a period movie goes, "Oh, I don't want it to feel like a period movie." Well, one of the ways to not make it feel like a period movie is not to shut down streets and have old-timey cars driving back and forth and tons of extras dressed in period clothing. That's why I tend to put people in small little places. So you're not always dealing with the period. You're actually just dealing with the people. Anyway, having said all that, since I knew I was going to be creating Paris as opposed to being in Paris, I had a thought as a filmmaker that, okay, you know what? I can get away with that if I go to Paris once. If I go to Paris for one scene and you absolutely, positively know in your bones they're in Paris. And if you do that once, then you don't really have to do it the entire time. If you just I'm very strong about this. You don't have to convince an audience about something for the entire length of the movie. You convince them towards the beginning, and if you do a good job, if you convince them, if you show them in the beginning, you sell them in the beginning, and you're convincing throughout the rest of it, you're fine. And so that inspired me to go and find a bistro, find a cafe that just said Paris. It said Paris from another time period, whether the place was built in the 20s, or built in the 30s, or built in the 40s. It's just, boom, that. So I have this bistro scene, and I knew that was the scene I wanted to go to Paris to shoot. And I looked at location footage, photos, after location photos. No, it's not right. No, that's not right. Oh, that's kind of right. But nothing was really that special. Nothing, and it was actually expensive to go to Paris. So it was like, I found some things I could do, but nothing that would be worth spending the money and going all the way there to do. Until finally, I saw pictures of this one place. Like, well, that's it. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of place that would be worth going for a weekend in Paris. That would be worth spending the money that we're going to have to do to go to Paris. I mean, just look at this place, just looking at photos. Just look at this place. You can't put the camera in any direction without getting a good shot. It's just terrific. You know, and I didn't have some bullshit outside the window that I've got to like now create a false wall to cover. I mean, what's the point of going to Paris if you're going to like build a facade outside of a window because you got a neon pharmacy sign? You know, so everything about it was perfect. So we arranged with the production designer to go down to Paris and look at this place. And I actually had showed him Blood of Others to give him an idea for that one little scene of what I was looking for. So anyway, we show up in Paris. Production designer is waiting for me. Car pulls up. I walk in. Quentin, guess what? What? This is the bistro from Blood of Others.
The same.
It's the exact same place. And we didn't ask for that. It wasn't until he got there that they go, oh yes, we've shot a couple of things here before. Oh, like what? And he mentioned Blood of Others. And I go, well, no wonder I loved it. No wonder it was perfect. And it was just this happy, wonderful accident. And to me, it works very much in the movie. When you're in that place, you know you're in Paris.
Cinema finds itself.
Yeah.
Jean Blomard è qui.
È là dentro.
Grazie. Ha visto Polperier?
Lo sto aspettando. Sono Jean Blomard.
Hélène Bertrand.
Lei è la fidanzata di Paul.
Gliel'ha detto lui, è così?
Perché, non è vero?
No, non direi.
Buongiorno, mademoiselle. Posso sedere con lei?
Senta, Frederick, io...
Ah, si ricorda il mio nome?